Pressure! That's what most people run from. But not you. Not if you're serious about becoming something great. Because here's the truth. Pressure doesn't break, man. It reveals them. Everyone wants a reward. Everyone wants respect. Everyone wants to be a beast until it's time to face what builds a beast. Pressure from bills. Pressure from fate. Pressure from expectations that no one else sees. That pressure, that's your invitation. Not to collapse, but to rise. Champions are built in discomfort. Warriors are born when there's no one left to call. No help coming, no shortcuts, just you. The pain and the decision, do you fold or do you rise? Men aren't made in the spotlight. They're made in the shadows. They're built in the dark rooms where no one's clapping, where no one even knows how close you are to giving up. That's where you earn it. That's where real strength is carved. Not in a single moment, but in every second you choose not to quit. You build yourself when no one is watching. You show up when nobody else does. You keep moving forward even when it's silent and lonely. Because pressure doesn't care how you feel. It doesn't wait for your motivation. It will test you again and again. Setbacks, delays, pain. But here's the truth. That pressure is your advantage. While the weak complain, you're adapting. While others quit, you're enduring. While they break, you're becoming unbreakable. That's what makes a man. Not his wins, not his medals, but his refusal to stay down. Take the pressure and turn it into power. Take the pain and turn it into purpose. Take the ... and turn it into domination. Champions aren't special. They just refuse to let pressure define them. They used it to refine them. So let it come. Let the storm hit. Let life test you. Because one day you'll look back at the pressure you thought would crush you, and you'll realize it built you. Men don't quit. You ever felt like quitting? Like life's just too much? The weight on your shoulders too heavy? Like no matter how hard you try, you're always one step behind. Yeah, we've all been there. But here's the truth. Nobody tells you quitting doesn't make the pain go away. It just guarantees you'll live with regret. You see, every man reaches that moment. That moment when the world pushes back harder than he's ever felt. When nothing seems to work. When every door slams in your face and you're left standing, alone, broken, tired. But here's what separates the men from the boys. The real ones don't fold. They don't run. They fight. Not with their fists, but with their will. They fight the voice in their head that says, you're not good enough. You're a failure. You'll never make it. Because that's the real enemy. It's not the bills. It's not the job you hate. It's not even the people who left you behind. It's the war inside. And you don't win that war by quitting. You win it by standing up, by showing up, by pushing back when everything tells you to stay down. Because deep down, somewhere beneath the pain, the fear, the self-doubt, there's a version of you that doesn't quit. He's still there, waiting for you to stop making excuses, waiting for you to stop blaming the world, waiting for you to man up and take your life back. It's not about talent. It's not about luck. It's about refusing to surrender. The strongest men, they were once the weakest. They cried in silence. They doubted themselves. They questioned their worth, but they kept going because men don't quit. You got pain. Good. Use it. You got anger. Fuel it. You feel broken? Then rebuild yourself stronger. Because quitting, that's permanent. But pain is just part of the process. So next time life hits you, don't look for a way out. Look for the way through. That's what real men do. Every man goes through two battles, one outside and one within. And the one within, that's the real war. It's the voice that whispers, give up. It's too hard. You're not enough. But listen, you were never meant to be soft. You weren't built for comfort. You are built to conquer. Life doesn't care about your excuses. The world won't slow down just because you're tired. And success, it doesn't wait for the perfect moment. There is no cavalry coming. No handouts. No magic path. Just you and the decision to fight. Most people want strength, but they don't want the struggle. They want growth, but they fear the grind. That's why average stays average. Because when it gets tough, they retreat. But you weren't made to retreat. Every day you wake up, you've got a choice. Fight or fold. You fight for your future. You fight for your family. You fight for the man you know you can become. Because deep down, you know you've got more in you. You know there's another level. You've seen glimpses of it. That fire, that hunger. But it's buried under years of doubt, under the weight of expectations, under the fear of failing again. Here's the truth. Failure is part of the process. It's not your enemy. It's your training ground. Real men don't run from failure. They learn, they evolve, they sharpen themselves in the fire. And that voice inside, the one that says she can't, it's lying. You've overcome more than you remember. You've survived storms that should have broken you. You've rebuilt yourself more times than you admit. You are not weak. You are not broken. You are becoming. So fight. Fight for discipline. Fight for consistency. Fight for greatness. Because no one's gonna hand it to you. And the world doesn't owe you a thing. You earn every inch, every step, every victory. And when it hurts, when it feels like nothing's working, when you're ready to scream or break or disappear, that's when it matters most. That's when you find out who you really are. You are not defined by your comfort. You are defined by your fight. So fight. And don't you ever quit. Because men don't quit. Do you feel like life's getting in the way of your fitness goal? Do you struggle to balance work, family, and personal training? Imagine if you had a personal gym in your very own home. A place where fitness meets convenience and motivation meets results. Pressure, it either breaks a man or it builds him. Most people run from pressure. They hide, they panic, they fold. But not you. Not anymore. See, pressure isn't your enemy. It's your sculptor. It carves out the weakness. It exposes the gaps, and it forces you to grow. You want to lead? Get comfortable under pressure. You want to win? Embrace discomfort. Because pressure isn't just part of the process. It is the process. No gold was ever refined without fire. No diamond ever formed without being crushed. No warrior ever became great without war. When the weight feels unbearable, when life stacks obstacles on your chest, that's not the time to quit. That's the time to breathe deeper, stand taller, and push harder. You think great men had it easy? You think they were handed strength? No. They were built in silence, in discipline. In pain, they showed up when no one clapped. They kept going when everyone else walked away. They trained when no one watched. And they endured when others collapsed. That's what separates men from boys. Grit, resilience, refusing to back down. Because pressure doesn't care about your feelings. It only respects your endurance. So when you feel like it's too much, when the voices say, it's not worth it, you're not good enough, you'll never make it, you'll never make it, you fight through. You don't reason with weakness. You don't negotiate with doubt. You dominate it. And when you fall, because you will, you get up. No drama, no self-pity, no excuses. Because kings aren't born, they are forged. In fire, in silence, in storms that make lesser men disappear. You don't rise by chance. You rise by pressure, by embracing the pain, facing the fear, and becoming the man you were always meant to be. So let the pressure come. Let the world test you. Let the struggle shape you. Because one day, you'll look back at the pain and realize That was the moment you became unstoppable. Men don't quit, they rise. Look back for a moment. Think about the pain, the battles, the pressure, the doubt, everything that tried to break you. But you're still here, standing, breathing, fighting. Because men don't quit. You were told to man up, not just to be strong, but to take responsibility, to lead when it's hard, to protect, provide, and persevere. You were reminded that comfort is a killer, and that real growth only comes when you're stretched, broken, and rebuilt stronger. You embraced the grind, knowing that nothing worth having comes without sacrifice. And you stood your ground. Even when the world called you weak for showing emotion, you chose truth. Even when you were tired, you kept moving. Even when the pressure felt like it would crush you, you let it shape you. That's what this journey is about. It's not about perfection. It's not about applause. It's about refusing to stay down, refusing to be average, refusing to quit. The world doesn't owe you understanding. It doesn't care about your excuses, but it does respect results. And those come to the man who shows up every single day. You've learned by now that no one is coming to save you. You are the rescue. You are the fire. You are the force that pushes forward even when everything inside says stop. This is your life. This is your story. And no matter how it started, you get to decide how it ends.